Hello friends, this is Marilyn. Welcome back to Hillview Farms, where country runs deep. So we've had a bit of drama on the farm again this week, but this time it's not the good kind. This time we had a hawk attack and he got one of our chickens. We've been here about 6 years and I've had chickens most of that time, and this is the first time we've ever had a hawk actually attack. Now the hawks have been here. They've lived in these woods all around us as long as we've lived here. So I'm thinking that the reason they got brave enough to launch an attack is because we lost our big rooster, Hank, this past spring. And Hank was big, and he had like 2-inch long spurs. So he was a very good guard for his girls. Now we had 6 roosters out in the yard with these girls yesterday when this happened, but they're still young. They were hatched back in February, so they're still only about 6 to 8 months old, and most of them don't even have their spurs in yet. So they're really not capable of fighting off a hawk, even though they're big. They don't really have those spurs to help scare off a hawk or fight him off. So I think that may be why, is that we are missing our big boy Hank, and these young guys have got some big shoes to fill. I love letting my girls free range because I just love looking out on my farm or driving down the path and watching chickens scurry all in the woods and scratching around in the pine straw and running across the road in front of your car as you're driving in. And yeah, I just like to see them out there living their best life. I mean, that's the way I like raising chickens. But I don't like having my chickens killed. And an aerial attack is something that's really hard to fight against unless you're going to keep them in a coop. So I made the decision yesterday. You can see this coop is covered. It is a good sized coop. I've got most of them in here right now. They're not real happy about it because they have free ranged all their lives and they feel like they are literally cooped up. But I need to keep them safe for the time being because everyone tells me that once a hawk kills a chicken, he's coming back. So I do not want to offer a chicken buffet here at the farm. So I feel like if I keep them locked up for a while and the hawks don't see potential prey, maybe they'll move on. We'll see. So one thing I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to move my little Bantam chicks and put them in with my Silkies. She's not happy with me. Am I invading your privacy? Or is she invading your privacy? Yeah, I think it's her. You've got dirty. What have you got on you? Anyway, they're all grumpy because they're confined to this small space. But I do want to put my Bantams in with my Silkies. Kind of wanted to breed those Millet Fleurs with the Silkies anyway because from what I've seen online, they make some beautiful offspring. So I think I'm going to put them in there. They should get along well together. And then I need to group my American Breasts separately anyway because those are our meat birds. They're supposed to be one of the highest quality chicken meat birds. My dad and I both got some of these chicks in the spring, and Daddy raised them, and he gave me a rooster and 2 hens so that I can raise them and collect eggs, and he's got a few at his house, and he's collecting eggs, and they're laying, but their eggs are still kind of small, and we need to have those eggs reach maturity first before we start putting them in the incubator. So I'm hoping maybe within the month we can put these eggs in the incubator and hatch our own meat bird chicks and get those raised up to the age that we want them and not the age that a grocery store wants them, so that we don't end up with ginormous chicken breasts that are so tough you have to cook them for hours just so you can eat them. And we're looking forward to seeing how those turn out. She is one of my American Breast hens. She is solid white. She has gotten something on her. She's not usually brown at all. And there is my breast rooster. That's Patriot. He's so beautiful. See his blue feet? He's red, white, and blue. That's why I called him Patriot. And then the other breast hen is nesting down over here. She thinks she's going to lay an egg in that corner. These are my two Mystic Morans. Haven't gotten an egg out of them lately that I know of. They're the ones that lay really dark and speckled eggs, and I've not seen one of those in a couple of weeks. So I'm thinking that they've been laying somewhere else on the farm. They were abusing their free range privileges, and that maybe they'll lay again in here. Either that or their egg color has just changed so much that I can't tell them apart from the others. And I hope that's not the case. Big boy is Maverick. He's one of my Easter egger chicks that I hatched this spring. Isn't he amazing? But you see, his spurs are just now starting to come in also. Just little tiny buds down there. So he's still a young boy too. You would think that catching these little chickens in the small pen would be pretty easy, but it actually wasn't. And I know this big net is overkill, but every time I tried to catch them by hand, they would fly up in my face. So this was a bit excessive, but it worked. Leave him alone. He gets the point. He's the new guy. There you go. Trying to escape. I'm sorry. Okay, last one. Here you go, darling. Okay, y'all be nice. So I think this small coop here is where I'm going to put my American breast rooster and his two girls so that I can collect their eggs and make sure that they were fertilized by him, because we want full-blooded American breast chicks to raise for processing. You've got a lot to say this morning. Right now I just have my two leghorn pullets in here, mainly because she's not doing so good. Not sure what's wrong with her. When I bought these, I got two roosters and two hens, and one of, do you mind? My goodness. That's Vader, Darth Vader. A couple weeks ago, one of the roosters started acting this way and he ended up dying. So I've been giving her Corid, and I gave her some ivermectin, just treating her for most anything, just to see if she'll pull through. but she's in there with her sister, another leghorn. How are y'all getting along today with your new roommates? You're not picking on them still, are you? Look, I threw zucchini in the other coop, and they have torn it up, already demolished it. I put it in here with these silkies and didn't know why they touched it. Y'all are just too fancy. Yes, you are. Are you snobs? Are you too good for zucchini? Are you? I noticed about a week ago that Penny had moved down to the donkey barn. She even started roosting in their barn at night and eating her meals with them. In hindsight, I now think that was her response to the hawk activity around the farm. You have to give her credit, though. She's a smart old broad. She hasn't survived on this farm for 6 years for nothing. I can just hear her saying, "Na, na, na, boo, boo," to the hawks that are flying overhead as she rides around on this donkey's back. And even though Penny had sought shelter down with the donkeys and knew how to take care of herself, I still didn't feel good about leaving her outside of the fence. So she's in here with the silkies also. And the little Bantams seem to be taking refuge up there. Are they still picking on y'all? Or are they? Ah! Daggone it. Oh, some days I truly do not want goats anymore. Get out of here. That's just one thing I don't particularly like about goats, is the fact that it doesn't matter how much you feed them. They always act like they are starving to death. And they react as if they're never going to be fed again. Yes, y'all do. Not a good quality. Just take advantage of those goats being occupied. You feed the rabbits. Do you like zucchini? Are you eating the zucchini and cauliflower? My animals don't like cauliflower. What's up with that? If an animal won't eat it, what does that say about it? I mean, my goodness. You guys need water? Yeah, I think you do. Hey girl, how are you? Hey Daisy girl. I see Miss Dolly's over here under her chair. She likes that spot. Hey Dolly girl. Hey Dolly. Sweetie, how are you? Do you like that spot? Hear the hawks? So my silky coop actually has a fenced cover on top of it to help keep aerial predators away. So hopefully it'll do its job. So everyone's on lockdown now. None of us are happy about it, but at least, hopefully, everybody's safe for the time being.